If you're buying or selling a home in Alameda, California, there is something that you have to pay attention to that can quietly derail your escrow, delay closing, or even cost you thousands of dollars. And that's called point of sale requirements. So let's get real with Realtor Randy. And today I have the lovely Ellen Martinez here with us to go over these points.
What is a point of sale ordinance?
Yeah.
It's either reports, inspections, or a certification you need when the home transfers ownership.
But this is different from the disclosures that we typically see, right? Like the TDS or like the actual inspection reports.
Correct. It's not a California state mandated requirement. It's based on the city. And for Alameda County, pretty much all those cities do have these sewer lateral ordinances.
A sewer lateral is the sewer line that connects your home's sewer line to the city's sewer line. And that in Alameda County is regulated by East Bay Municipal, what is it called? EB-MUD.
East Bay MUD.
Yeah, East Bay Municipal Utility Department.
I hope that's right.
I know, right? EB-MUD for short, okay? And it is a homeowner's responsibility to make sure that sewer line is in compliance, meaning when there is a transfer of property, there is an inspector that comes out there and you receive a certification to make sure that the sewer line is correctly connected to the main city sewer line and that there are no leaks, pretty much. I mean, nobody likes a leaky sewage line, right?
A lot of our inventory is 1920s, 100 years old.
Right.
So if it still has that original sewer lateral to the city sewer connection, you're probably going to need a full replacement.
Which I think back in the day, it used to be made of clay.
The old ones are usually clay.
Yeah. So we want to upgrade that, right?
When did sewer laterals start? 2019? Do you know?
I don't know the answer to that question.
If you are buying a home that has transacted in the last few years, there's a good chance you already have a compliance certificate. But if you do not have one already, typically the seller will provide a bid in the disclosures if it's not compliant. Typically we see anywhere from like $3,000 to on the much higher end if it's a harder line to access, whether it's really deep in the street or further from the home. Right. Higher end is like $15,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is worth getting a few bids to shop around, see if somebody could do it for less. Mm-hmm. And you could also defer it. You don't have to do it right away, but if you do the deferral, it's typically like a $4,000 deposit.
Right, deposit into escrow, and you have like 180 days to get it compliant, right?
Yes.
How do we check whether or not the house that I'm about to purchase is actually compliant?
You can check on the city website. You can look at permit history, or typically in the disclosure packet, there's going to be a purchase agreement addendum. There's one for Berkeley, one for Oakland that outlines who's responsible for the compliance, whether it's buyer or seller, or whether they're going to defer it. So that's usually submitted with your offer.
So are you saying that these things are negotiable?
It is. Everything's negotiable.
Right?
I will say though, in competitive situations, typically the buyer does take that cost on.
Yes. And in the Bay Area, it's safe to say that it's always competitive here.
If we have the option, I like to get permission from the seller to get that compliance in escrow if they let us, because then you can avoid having to deal with the deposit and then getting it back.
Right.
And you can keep that money in your pocket for all the other things that you're going to have to spend when you purchase your new home.
All right. In Oakland, not only do they have a sewer lateral ordinance, but they also have a sidewalk ordinance, meaning that the sidewalk in front of your house is your responsibility.
Actually, I want to look up what the exact number is.
A number of what?
It's like you can't have a crack bigger than something like 3/4 of an inch. But I want to know it.
Basically, the city is trying to ensure that your sidewalk is safe for people to walk on, that there are no trip hazards, that it is ADA friendly, that there are no tree roots uprooting your sidewalk. And it does kind of suck because you would expect or you would think that the city would be responsible for their sidewalks, but in Oakland, you are. So be prepared for that. Actually, in Albany, California, though, your tax dollars do go towards, your sidewalk and maybe even your streets. The city will pay for that in Albany.
For the city of Oakland, if your sidewalk has a crack or vertical offset that is more than 1/4 of an inch,
1/4 of an inch?
then you're gonna need repair for your sidewalk because it's not up to ADA standards and not considered safe for pedestrians.
Right.
These costs are going to really vary depending on the property. For example, if you're on a corner lot and you have double sidewalk, it could be a lot more expensive.
Right, because now you have 2 sidewalks that you're responsible for, right?
But generally, we do see this, I would say, in like the $3,000 to $5,000 range. But you want to make sure you get a quote if the seller has not provided one already.
Right. And to make it easier on you, just find yourself a good agent. Normally, they have a strong network of contractors that can definitely help you out and get you a good rate, like Ellen or me, Okay. Now, here's a tricky part, and here's a newer ordinance in Berkeley, California. So Berkeley, yes, you have to take care of your sewer lateral, but they also have what we call a BEZO. BEZO?
It stands for Berkeley Energy Saving Ordinance. This has been here for, I don't know when it started.
For a while now.
Berkeley's had BEZO for a while, but January 1st, 2026, BEZO has become even more regulated, where now the seller needs to provide a home energy score, and you want a score of at least 6. If you don't have 6 credit BEZO score, you'll need to make some energy modifications to get it up to that number. So if the seller has not had the BEZO compliance already, the buyer is going to pay a $5,000 deposit for the deferral, and then they have 2 years to make energy upgrades.
Right. And what is the point system out of? Out of 10, yes?
A perfect score is 10.
A perfect score is 10. That's what we want to strive for, guys.
Let me look at my Instagram post to first.
Because the weaker the score, the more you're contributing to global warming. Do we want that? No.
You can also qualify for an all-electric exemption, especially if there's some newer construction homes that may be an option.
Meaning like all electric appliances and no gas powered, even your washer dryer?
They make those these days.
They do make those, but damn, it takes a long time to dry your clothes. But yes. How about like stoves? Are we...
6 credit upgrades.
6 credit upgrades.
If you want your 6 credits, some things that you want to plan for or address already if you are thinking of selling: heat pump HVAC.
That's a big one. I think that's becoming like a requirement in California now.
Heat pump water heater.
Yeah.
Electrical panel upgrade, smart panel, knob and tube replacement.
Oh, that's a big one, right?
Solar and battery combinations.
Yes. Who should be responsible for these energy upgrades, do you think, typically?
What do I think? I mean, in an ideal world, the seller takes care of it, so the buyers don't have to deal with it.
Right.
But if the seller is not going to take care of it, then unfortunately it will be passed on to the buyer.
And unfortunately, I think in a lot of competitive situations, especially in Oakland and Berkeley, sellers are more than likely to pass that down to the seller. I mean, of course, don't forget everything is negotiable, right? And you just need a good negotiator, but typically the buyers are responsible for that. So that's another cost that you want to keep in mind when we're closing on a house, right?
Yes, definitely want to budget for those.
Yeah. How do we make sure these are covered and avoid any potential escrow delays?
You're going to want to make sure you submit that purchase agreement addendum for the specific city, outlining who's responsible for each and what that timeline is with your offer, so it doesn't come up later in escrow and then you maybe are renegotiating, or if it were to fall on the buyer, making sure you have a budget for that.
For sellers, order your sewer lateral inspection early. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait until you're actually live on the market, right? Check if prior certifications actually exist. That can help you and save a lot of time. And ask your agent. If you're unsure, ask your agent. That's why you have one, right? Really. And don't wait until the buyer actually clears their contingency. Get it? Don't wait until the buyer clears their contingency, right? That's my recommendation to sellers. How about for buyers? What do you think how do you think they should prepare?
You can definitely get multiple bids for sewer lateral or sidewalk. See if you can find a little bit better priced option. I guess I can't say this on camera, but I always tell buyers that if you don't do the sidewalk,
Yes.
well, you probably can't say that online.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want secrets, secret ways around these ordinances.
Some of these strategies, you're gonna have to reach out to us directly for the secret sauce.
For the secret sauce, I love that. And yes, my cup does say Big Daddy Energy.
I can give you the recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same.
I like that, yes.